Okay, so we've got our challenge now. Now we know what we're trying to do. We've basically got a generic task. We've got to write some form of program. It's going to help the math department. It's going to do some maths for us. It's going to calculate factorials. It's going to test whether things are primes or not. So it's got to kind of do a prime check. And it's got to kind of loop in some way because it wants to do these for 2 going up to some particular number. So there's our generic problem that we're trying to solve, pretty high level description of it. What we need to do now is decompose that into subproblems, and each of our subproblems will, in the case of Python, become a function. So as we start thinking about this, it's quite easy really in this particular case, because straight away I can see one of the core things that I'm going to have to do is work out what the factorial of a number is. So I need to work out the factorial of a particular number, and this block of code should return the factorial value of that number. So that's pretty straightforward. I give this subsection a particular number, and that goes and works out the factorial for me, and it returns the factorial of the number. Okay, what about the prime checker? Well, we said we want to know whether something's a prime number or not. Now straight away, immediately I think about something being a prime number or not, it's got 2 possible conditions. It either is a prime number, which I kind of think makes it true, or it's not a prime number, so that makes it false. So straight away this prime number checker I think could be returning me a Boolean value. So what's that going to look like? It's going to be a prime number checker. That again, it needs to be given a number. It needs to then work out in here whether it's a prime number, however we do that, and then it's going to return for us true or false. So it's going to return that as a Boolean value. So that hopefully makes kind of sense for our overall functions. How are we going to string these together? What else have we got to do? Well, up at the top here really we need some input, because we've got to ask the user what value they want to go up to. So input, we need to get the max value, and we then need to kind of come down here with this maximum value and go back up to the top and loop round several times like so. And as we go down here, what's our number going to be? Our number is going to start at the value 2 and go all the way up to our max value. So there's the basic kind of layout of our code. It looks like I need some block that's going to do factorials for me. I'm going to need block that's going to do some prime number checking. It's all going to be in some form of loop, which is going to go around 2, 3, 4 all the way up to the maximum value. And before I enter the loop, I need to be asking the user what kind of input they want. So that's a basic layout of where we start. Now we need to look at each of those functions in a bit more detail.